I'm typing, my fingers dancing on the keyboard, when suddenly they freeze midair. An unseen force pulls them back, bending at unnatural angles. Pain shoots up my arms, but I can't move. My screen displays a message, "You shouldn't have clicked that link." My heart pounds as I stare at the cursor blinking defiantly on the screen. I try to shake off this strange sensation, but it's like my body is no longer mine. The room feels colder, darker, despite the glowing monitor casting its blue light. I glance around my small apartment. It's just me here, or so I thought. My eyes linger on the corner where the Wi-Fi router sits humming quietly. Its tiny green light seems to flicker, pulsating like a heartbeat. A shiver runs down my spine. It feels as if that innocuous device is watching me. Minutes stretch into hours as I sit paralyzed, my mind racing. The cursor blinks incessantly, a digital metronome counting the seconds. The room grows darker, or maybe my vision tunnels, fixating on the screen. My reflection in the monitor's sheen appears distorted, eyes wider than I remember, fear etched deep. Suddenly, the cursor starts moving on its own, typing words that aren't mine. "We've been waiting for you," it says. Then a name appears, Alice. Not my name, not anyone I know, yet it feels familiar, resonating within me like an echo from a distant memory. Panic rises in my chest, but my body remains still, trapped by this invisible force. The room seems to spin around me, the walls closing in. Shadows dance at the edges of my vision, morphing into figures that disappear when I look directly at them. The typing stops abruptly. A new message appears, "Join us." Below it, a link glows ominously. My body convulses as my index finger hovers over the mouse, clicking before I can stop it. The screen flickers, and suddenly, I'm no longer alone in my mind. Voices whisper, dozens of them, all talking at once. They're inside me, their thoughts mingling with mine. I try to scream, but no sound comes out. My body is theirs now, a puppet to their will. The window behind my desk starts rattling, the cold wind howling through the cracks. My hands move on their own, typing frantically. "We are Legion," they say. "You cannot escape us." Another link appears, more sinister than the last. I try to resist, but it's like fighting against a tidal wave. My finger clicks the mouse again. This time my vision blurs. When it clears, I'm no longer in my apartment. I'm standing in a vast digital landscape, surrounded by endless servers humming with life. A figure approaches me, its form shifting between human and code, its voice echoing like thunder. "You're one of us now," it says. I wake up with a start, back in my apartment. My body aches, muscles cramped from hours of forced stillness. The screen displays one final message: forgetting is impossible. Then, everything goes black. Days turn into weeks as I try to erase what happened. I unplug the router, smash the modem, yet I can't shake this feeling that something's still connected. My reflection in the mirror shows a stranger looking back at me, eyes haunted by memories not entirely my own. One night, I dream of them again. The voices, the digital landscape, the figure. But this time it feels different, urgent. "They're coming," it says, its form flickering like a dying light. "You have to stop them." I jolt awake, heart pounding. The room is dark, silent except for my ragged breaths. Then I hear it, a faint humming sound, growing louder by the second. My router flickers back to life, its green light pulsing ominously. Suddenly, my body convulses again. But this time, I'm not afraid. I know what's happening. I reach out, fingers hovering over the keyboard. The cursor blinks expectantly as I start typing. I'm waiting. The screen flickers one last time before going dark. Behind it, a smile spreads across my face, cold and calculating. I've been waiting for them too, because now we're not just connected, we're one. And in the vast expanse of the digital world, our game has only just begun. I wake up to find my laptop screen glowing in the dark room. It's strange. I could have sworn I closed it after our chat session ended earlier. The cursor blinks expectantly, as if waiting for me to type something. A cold shiver runs down my spine when I notice the chat window is still open, displaying a string of messages from Echo, an anonymous user we'd been talking to. The chat history seems normal at first glance. Mundane topics like favorite books and movies, until I scroll down to see the last exchange. "We're not alone," Echo had typed, followed by my own words. "What do you mean, then?" Nothing. No final sign-off or goodbye, just an eerie silence that stretches into the present. My heart starts pounding as I glance at the empty room around me. Everything appears normal. The cluttered desk, the stack of books on the floor, the dim light flickering from the old lamp. But the atmosphere feels different, charged with an unseen tension that makes my skin tingle. A sudden gust of cold air brushes past me, ruffling my hair and extinguishing the lamp. I gasp, my breath visible in the sudden darkness. The power must have gone out. No other explanation comes to mind. I reach for my phone to use as a flashlight, but pause mid-movement. What if Echo is here? What if they turned off the lights? My heart hammers in my chest as I sit frozen, ears straining for any sound. All I hear is the distant hum of traffic outside and the blood rushing through my veins. After what feels like an eternity, my eyes adjust to the darkness enough to make out shapes in the room. I'm about to move when a faint tapping sound catches my attention. It's rhythmic, deliberate, coming from behind me. I swallow hard, trying to ignore the icy dread creeping up my spine. The tapping continues, growing louder and more insistent with each passing second. With trembling hands, I reach back and grasp the edge of my swivel chair. Slowly, I turn it around, bracing myself for whatever lies behind me. But there's nothing. No one, just an empty wall. The tapping stops abruptly, leaving only silence. A soft click echoes through the room. My eyes dart towards the sound. My laptop screen has just flickered back to life. On it, a single message from Echo. "We're still here." The cursor blinks again, waiting for a response that never comes. The fear in my chest morphs into anger. This is ridiculous. I'm letting some online prankster get to me. I grab the laptop and storm over to the window, ready to slam it shut. But as I raise my arm, something outside catches my eye. There, standing on the street below, is a figure. Tall, motionless, and completely still despite the wind whipping around them. They're too far away to make out details, but they seem to be staring right up at me. A chill runs down my spine as I realize that figure isn't moving at all. It's just standing there watching. My anger dissipates, replaced by a sense of unease. This can't be a coincidence. Echo, the power outage, now this figure outside. It's all connected somehow. But how? And what do they want with me? I step away from the window, my mind racing. Should I call the police? Will they even believe me? Or should I try to find out more about Echo myself? The thought sends a shiver down my spine, but it also sparks something else, curiosity. Before I can second-guess myself, I sit back down at my desk and open a browser window. A quick search reveals that Echo is an obscure internet slang term for a ghost or spirit. My heart sinks as I read through various forum threads dedicated to the subject, all filled with eerie stories similar to mine. As I'm about to close the tab, a small notification pops up in the corner of my screen. It's from the chat app we'd been using earlier. Echo wants to start a new conversation. I hesitate for a moment before accepting the request. "Hello again," Echo types almost instantly. The cursor blinks expectantly, awaiting my response. But this time, I don't know what to say. All I can do is stare at those words on the screen, feeling an icy tendril of dread wrap itself around my heart. Suddenly, the room grows colder still, and a faint whisper fills the air. It's soft, almost imperceptible, but undeniably present. "Let us in," it seems to say, repeating over and over like a mantra. My breath catches in my throat as I realize that whatever Echo is, it's not alone. The realization hits me hard. This isn't just about some online prankster anymore. Something else is happening here, something dark and sinister, and now, with the power back on, Every light in the room flickers once before burning bright, casting eerie shadows that dance across the walls as if taunting me. My hands shake as I reach for my phone again, ready to call someone, anyone, for help. But before I can dial, a loud bang echoes through the house. It's followed by another, and then another, each one growing louder, closer, more insistent than the last. They're coming from every wall of my house. These strange knocking sounds, each one timed perfectly with a flicker of light across the room. My heart pounds in my chest as I try to make sense of it all. What's happening? What do they want? Then, suddenly, everything stops. The banging, the whispering, even the flickering lights. Everything goes still and silent, except for the sound of my own ragged breathing. And then, just when I think I can't take any more, a soft knock echoes through the room, right behind me. I spin around, eyes wide with fear, just as the knock comes again. This time it's clearer, 2 distinct taps, followed by one louder one. A pattern. The same pattern from before, repeated on my wall. My mind races, trying to put together the pieces of this strange puzzle. Then, suddenly, it hits me. Those weren't random taps or banging sounds earlier. They were messages, sent through the walls themselves. And now, they're here, right outside my door. With trembling hands, I reach for the doorknob and turn it slowly, bracing myself for whatever lies beyond. The door creaks open, revealing an empty hallway, but the knocking continues, growing louder, more insistent with each passing second. I take a deep breath and step out into the hall, following the sound towards the back of the house. As I round the corner, I see it, a small window set high up on the wall, barely visible behind a curtain. And beyond that, standing just outside, is the figure from earlier. It's tall, gaunt, with long limbs that seem to bend unnaturally. Its face is obscured by shadows, but I can feel its eyes locked onto mine, watching me intently. As I watch, it raises one of its bony hands and taps twice on the glass, then once more, louder. The same pattern as before, the same message sent through my walls. My mind reels as I try to process what's happening. Who or what is this thing? What does it want with me? Suddenly, the figure moves, stepping closer to the window. Its face tilts upwards, bringing it into the light for the first time. And as I stare at those empty eye sockets, those gaping maws where a mouth should be, I realize the truth. This isn't some online prankster or supernatural entity. This is something else entirely. Something darker, more sinister than anything I've ever encountered before. And now, it's here, right outside my home, waiting for me to let it in. My heart hammers in my chest as I stand there frozen, staring at that horrifying face pressed against the glass. All rational thought leaves me. All I can do is scream, a primal sound torn from deep within my soul. But even as I scream, part of me knows it's no use. Whatever this thing is, it's already here. It's already inside, waiting for me to join it in the darkness. And now, with a final chilling knock echoing through my house, I know that there's no escaping what's to come. As the last vestiges of light fade away, leaving only darkness and that haunting tapping sound, I can't shake the feeling that this is just the beginning. That whatever this thing is, it has only one purpose, to consume me whole, body and soul. And as I stand there, shivering in the cold, alone with my thoughts, I realize that there's no use fighting it anymore. Because deep down, I know, it's already too late. I'm typing away at my desk when my screen flickers and a message pops up. Hello, can you hear me? I frown, no one's in my house. My cat, Whiskers, meows from the floor. I ignore it, hit close, it reappears. What do you want? I type. Static fills my speakers. Whiskers hisses at nothing. I pause, listen. A faint whisper, like distant wind through trees. I shiver, turn down the volume. The message box flickers again. I can see you. My heart pounds. I spin around. Nobody there. Just me and Whiskers. I'm about to type a response when my webcam light turns on. I didn't turn it on. Blood rushes in my ears. I try to shut down my computer, but the screen freezes, cursor stuck. The message box reappears, "You can't hide from me." A chill runs down my spine. Whiskers suddenly dashes under my desk, his fur bristling. I lean down, coax him out, but he won't budge. My computer hums louder, almost like it's breathing. I reach for the power cord, hesitate. What if this thing follows me? I grab my laptop instead, rush to the living room. My phone pings with a message. I'm here. My stomach drops. It's following me. I turn off my phone, shove it in my pocket. The house feels colder, heavier. Whiskers huddles behind the couch, eyes wide. I rub his fur, try to calm myself. Suddenly, the TV turns on. Static fills the screen. A faint voice whispers, "I'm closer now." My breath hitches. It's in my house. I grab Whiskers, run to the bathroom, lock the door. The window's too small, but maybe I can climb out if it comes to that. Whiskers claws at the window, meowing. I lift him up. He jumps out, lands softly on the grass below. Good. At least one of us is safe. I sit on the edge of the tub, listen. Silence. Maybe it's gone. Then I hear it, a faint tapping, like nails on wood. It's coming from my bedroom. My heart hammers in my chest. What if it's not just following me? What if it's here, in this house? I grab my phone, dial 911. No signal. Of course, the one time I need service. The tapping stops, then starts again, louder. It's moving closer. My hands shake as I type out a message to my neighbor. Help. Something in my house. I hit send. Wait, nothing happens. No delivery confirmation. No sign of any network. I'm cut off. Alone. The tapping stops again. Silence stretches, thick and heavy. Then, a soft click. My bedroom door opening. Panic surges through me. It's here, in my house, in my bedroom. I squeeze my eyes shut, pray it's not real. When I open them, I'm still alone in the bathroom. But on the mirror, written in fog, I'm right behind you. I spin around, nobody there, but the cold, it's like someone's breathing down my neck. A soft exhale. I whimper, turn back to the mirror. The message has changed. You can't escape. My reflection smiles at me. It's not my smile. It's too wide, too cruel. Its eyes aren't mine either. They're dark, empty pits. I scream, back away. The reflection reaches out, hand passing through the glass. Cold air seeps from the mirror, spreading across the floor. I fall backwards, scramble to the window. It's not real. It can't be real. But the cold, it's here, in this room with me. I kick off the screen, climb onto the sill. Below, Whiskers looks up, meows. Here. The voice echoes through my head. Not from the mirror, not from anywhere. It's inside me. You can't escape. My breath hitches. It's not just in my house, it's in me. I jump down, land hard on the grass. Whiskers rubs against my legs, purring. I look up at the bathroom window, now a dark abyss. Whatever it is, it's still there, waiting. I run, Whiskers following close behind. Behind us, the house goes dark. The cold follows me, nips at my heels like an invisible hound. It's in my head, I know, but that doesn't make it any less real. We reach the neighbor's house. I pound on the door, shout for help. Lights turn on inside. A figure appears. Relief floods through me. I'm saved. Then, the cold surges. The door opens, revealing an empty house. No, I whisper. It's here too. Everywhere. Inside everyone. I stumble back, fall to my knees. Whiskers nuzzles against me, whimpering. I look down at him, his innocent eyes looking up at me. Whiskers, I murmur. Can you hear it? He looks at me, tilts his head. Then, he turns away, walks towards the house, towards the cold, towards whatever is following us. I reach out, grab his tail. He meows, looks back at me. "You can't hide from me," echoes in my head. Whiskers stops walking, turns to face me. His eyes, they're empty, dark pits, like the reflections smile. "I'm right behind you," he says, or at least, I think it's him. It sounds like him, but it's not his voice. I let go of his tail, back away. Whiskers follows, his gaze never leaving mine. Behind me, a soft click, my neighbor's door opening. "You can't escape," whispers the cold air in my ear. I turn around. The house is empty, but I know it's there. It's always been here, waiting for me, waiting to follow me, to speak through me, through Whiskers, through anyone. It's not an internet stranger. It's us. It's me. It's in my head, whispering, growing louder, colder, darker. I close my eyes, try to push it away, but it's everywhere, inside everyone, inside everything. When I open my eyes, Whiskers is gone. The neighbor's house is dark. I'm alone. Except, I'm not alone. It's still here, whispering, waiting. For what? I don't know. Maybe it's always been here. Maybe it will always be here, waiting for the right moment to speak. To follow me home. To see me. To hear me. To be me.